Your name for bush. Shout, your name for bush now waiting. Shout for up.
Immortal.
Now immortal this. You understand now? Amber, I want to tell you now. When I don't begin say Amber, say when I say Amber, inshallah, me you blow. I say Amber, inshallah. Aki you argue for gendarme. Aki you argue for gendarme. Okay, me a be Moja. Come for corner camera. You be Amber General wey to talk.
Justice man.
Shout.
Justice man.
Yeah.
Today na 27th of September 2022. I don't lie, I don't come make my trip to Moja. Unfortunately enough, I don't come from person wey get Moja. And some people they should not go why man come to say Moja na their own Moja na their own. So Moja get accident die. Now who this?
That is education na the key to success. Any man wey doesn't begin to go school when I share the Moja life is changed.
Excellent. I'm very happy for me to achieve Moja for the first time way on a patrol. Let me have my say this strong.
Last week, the Cameroon government made headlines by firing Chief Ewome Eko John, earlier a notorious figure within the BIR element in Boya. A government statement cited his dismissal from the elite military unit on grounds of chronic non-reporting for duty and a consistent display of poor work etiquette. The saga didn't end there. Barely days after his summary dismissal from the Rapid Intervention Unit, that is, precisely on Saturday, May 11, Chief Moja, by the same security forces he had served. He was swiftly transported to Yaoundé, where reports indicate he was held incommunicado within the confines of said Yaoundé's dreaded torture facility for political detainees. Unlike his termination from the BIRO, La République du Cameroon government has remained conspicuously silent regarding the rationale behind escalating his termination to a full-fledged arrest. Nonetheless, speculation is rife that these drastic actions stem from Moja's allegations of a military coup d'etat. Following his dismissal, Moja had publicly insinuated about attempted coup d'etat against President Paul Biya, masterminded, he said, by senior military officers whom he didn't name. Paul attempted to get back into the good books of his superiors who had fired him, and perhaps to secure his reinstatement into the force. Moja chose to divulge these startling revelations or claims of a coup d'etat. However, his strategy backfired dramatically. Failing to recognize the gravity of his actions, Moja's belated revelation of a coup plot implicated him in treasonous activities, leading to his arrest and confinement within such torture confines. Moja, as we are finding out from social media, unconfirmed sources say that Mbela Moki, senator and senior enabler, interceded for Moja's release today. Whatever the case, adding to Moja's woes is a stark reality that he now finds himself abandoned by all quarters. Neither does he enjoy support from his fellow Southern Cameroonians, nor from the government hierarchy he zealously killed for. Throughout the 8-year conflict pitting Ambazonia against La République du Cameroon, Moja, despite his Ambazonian lineage, vehemently aligned himself with the government's killing squad. He engaged in a relentless, vicious campaign marked by arbitrary arrest, torture, and extrajudicial killings of innocent civilians and Ambazonian restoration fighters. Among his sins against the people, Moja operated under the illusion of invincibility and impunity, rubbing shoulders with the political elite, including the Prime Minister, only fueled his misplaced sense of authority and immunity. However, with his abrupt termination followed by Saturday's arrest, Moja's fall from grace serves as a stark reminder of the transient nature of power and the consequences is loyalty. Moja's pride also serves as a poignant illustration of a dog-eat-dog reality, emblematic of the government's callous utilization and subsequent abandonment of its loyalists. The summary of it all is that Moja was merely a pawn in their wicked games, wielded to inflict suffering upon the Ambazonians with ruthless tactics. His relentless pursuit of Ambazonian fighters, akin to a grim sport, resulted in numerous executions carried out in cool-blooded firing squad fashion. However, it seems safe to say that when Moja began to pose a danger to La République du Cameroon's public relations interests, the government wasted no time. They had to act swiftly to discard him like a disposable tool. He is transformed from a valued asset to a liability in their eyes, deserving of nothing more than swift disposal, a grim testament to the ruthlessness of those. This narrative, though seemingly unique to Moja, is a recurring theme for those acquainted with the Machiavellian tactics of La République du Cameroon regime. Countless sycophants and supporters have walked the same path as Moja. Only to meet a similar fate and abandonment. The cases of Njume Franklin, Success in Congo, General Nambere, Marafa Yaya, Fonjindam Pius, Ephraim Inoni, Yannick Kawa, who is now also in jail, and many others come to mind easily. A fervent government surrogate in the fight against Ambazonian independence has suffered a similar fate of demotion and irrelevance. His voice, once amplified by the regime, now echoes in obscurity as he weeps all alone. Set and Kondenge incarceration centers have shattered remnants of individuals who were once considered untouchable within the country's power structures. They all fell from cast aside by the same monster regime they served. For those who, despite this stark reality, want to continue to carry water for the monster regime, I'm talking of frauds like Nkonda Titus in London, Ngala Gerard of Nkambe, Mbela Moki in Boya, Paul Atanganji, Capo Daniel, and the myriad of colonial enforcers scattered across Ambazonia. A cautionary tale looms ominously. You better wake up to the reality that your current proximity to power offers no guarantee of immunity from a similar fate. The recent incarceration of Kawa Yannick, orchestrated by Cameroon security for failing to grab their share of a 50 million plunder by Kawa Yannick, should serve as a stark reminder of the transient nature of favor within the regime's inner circle. In the ruthless game of political survival orchestrated by the La République du Cameroon's regime, loyalty is a fleeting currency easily devalued. As the saying goes, one good turn deserves another. A stark reality for those who serve the regime's interests today, only to be dumb and persecuted tomorrow. As Moja faces his fate, ladies and gentlemen, despised and scorned by both friends and fools, the actions should serve another twist worth scrutiny here. His treatment is an indictment of the double standards inherent in the treatment of Ambazonian citizens compared to their La République du Cameroon counterparts. The Moja case vividly illustrates this glaring discrepancy. Moja undoubtedly perpetrated heinous and barbaric crimes against innocent Ambazonian civilians. The La République du Cameroon government his termination by citing poor performance, falling short of calling it exactly what it is. But herein lies a fundamental question. Moja did not act alone. The tools of his atrocities, the firearms and the by the regime. The question is, what about his francophone superiors, including Bernard Okalia, the colonial governor who closely monitored his ring of abductions, harassment, torture and killings in the municipality of Boya? Why do they remain at liberty, retaining their positions of power? Is it not because or simply because they are francophones? In Ngaribo, the Cameroon army openly confessed to massacring scores of civilians and burying them in a mass grave, a crime for which the Cameroon government accepted culpability. We all can recall that. Yet, those responsible gentlemen continue to occupy their roles with impunity. Why do they roam the streets as free men? Why? Once again, isn't it because they are francophones? What sets Moja apart from these perpetrators of atrocious crimes? This glaring disparity in the treatment can only be attributed to the fact that Moja, despite his cruelty, hails from the southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. It is an uncomfortable truth that southern Cameroonians who align themselves with La République du Cameroon and help in its crimes against their own people should acknowledge. These examples should serve as a reminder that as far as the southern Cameroon is concerned, in the eyes of La République du Cameroon's regime, there are no sacred cows. They will use you and dump you swiftly. This reality underscores the very essence. It is a struggle against injustice, a fight against a system that perpetuates inequality and discrimination based on linguistic and cultural backgrounds. Until there is a negotiated settlement, ladies and gentlemen, that addresses these deep-seated grievances. The quest for justice must rule on unabated. The case of Moja serves as a rallying call to arms for all those who seek equity and fairness. The Republic has proven that dialogue isn't in their vocabulary. The road ahead may be fraught with challenges, but the pursuit of justice and freedom is a cause worth fighting for. And that is my monologue for you today.